The nurses maintain that they have done nothing wrong by going back to school while still attending to their daily duties at the hospital and paying their own tuition fees, saving the hospital close to 13,000 kina, among others. After 1 year of completing their postgraduate studies, Sister Charity Kiap, Lisa David, Jemima Loxie and Alfred Stephen were only issued termination letters on the 16th of February. Sister Charities questioned the grounds for their termination when they only went back to school to upskill themselves in their field and not compromise their daily assigned responsibilities at the hospital. She alleges that it was unfair that several other officers did the same but were never penalized.
All that because if they say that they have a 5 years training policy plan, you have to work 5 years within the hospital and then go, then is it a bylaw? Because our friends, like Sister Lisa David has mentioned, she has worked 10 years and working in all the critical care sections, and she's ticked all the boxes that she could have gone for studies.
Sister Charity says the hospital has a training plan. However, they do not know the criteria and how staff are selected for further training.
Approval from the housing and they were on base salary. But us, we paid for our own school fees and we were on salary, like the normal allowance and all that. We still got to have that because we were working, continuously working, and we managed our time in between our off days that we went to class and all that.
Sister Lisa David, who served for 10 years, says she's rotated through all the units in the hospital and she only wanted a qualification to show that.
For my case, I've been sitting on a nurse specialist position, which I've been for 1 year, and I've been working the 10 years, so it's one of the criteria to go for further studies. I don't know if the monitoring planning for PMGH or how we are not eligible to meet the criteria.
The hospital's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Paki Molumi, says the officers were all terminated on serious disciplinary matters and insubordination to management directives, and all disciplinary processes outlined in the general orders were followed. He says if they're not satisfied with the decisions, the process to air their grievances is to go to the Public Service Commission, where appropriate recommendation will be forwarded to PMGH to act on. He further says the hospital has a training policy in which he approves training, and anyone doing training outside of this policy is seen as direct insubordination to the management and the board. Lyanne Togiba, NBC National News, Port Moresby.